So here we have the New Balance Propel V5 Heron Blue, and I basically ended up buying these. I was on the lookout for a running shoe for outside and wanted something cheap, and I managed to get these for £60. I originally bought the Vomero 17s with the aim of sort of using those, but in another video I kind of mentioned the problems that I had with the Vomero 17, and it was literally the outside of the trainer. They felt very comfortable on foot and fine, but it's just the outside here on the forefoot area. After about 20-25 minutes on both sides of my foot, I just experienced pain, like a pinching sensation, and when I took them off, they felt really, really, really painful, which I've not normally gotten in other pairs of trainers. And I have a pair of like old Nike Frees that I've been using as well, and so those ones no issues whatsoever, which is really weird. And obviously the Vomero 17 is like a newer sneaker with quite sort of bit tech in there as well, and I don't have that problem with the Invincible Run 3s either. So I decided to go for these, which is the Propel V5, and they cost me £60. This is like the women's version, and I also bought the men's version to sort of see what the difference was, and that one was like £72. And these were originally released in 2024 and made as a running shoe, part of the Propel series. So obviously this is the version 5, and it complements sort of natural movement and giving sort of energy return as well. So with the details, it comes in the Heron Blue, Navy and Angora colourway. So it's got a lighter blue than normal, and I don't mind that. Like I said, it would be used for running outside, so it's going to get plenty of like dirt and rain and all that kind of stuff on it, so it doesn't really bother me, because I just want something reasonably priced. I don't feel too bad sort of running into the ground really. And it also has like a fly plate running through this, so this is the fly plate that you see, and then if you look underneath the midsole, it kind of continues on around the entire midsole area, and it gives you that sort of supportive feel, I guess, and slightly more rigid. And then it's all sort of encapsulated with a Fuelcell midsole, and the Fuelcell midsole is slightly different depending on which one you buy. The Rebel V4 I feel is more sort of soft and squishy. This one is slightly more on the firmer end, and I don't mind that. I actually like that, and I just like that kind of neutral feeling. But the whole objective of Fuelcell is to kind of propel you forward, which I feel like this does. And it's got a rubber outsole. I'm not sure how these will wear over time, because I've not worn a high foam stack sneaker, because I've got the Invincible Run 3s, but I've not worn one outside and see how long they last. But this will probably be the first one that I do that with. And this one's also got textile material, so which I preferred compared to the Rebel V4, which had like this nylon-y thin material. This one feels a bit more kind of what you see on the I suppose Nike trainers, like almost like Flyknit style, and I actually prefer that, and it feels better on foot. And the price for these are £120, which is slightly lower than the Rebel V4. So with the comfort and sizing, I feel like they're on the medium side, going towards sort of neutral, and maybe even going towards firm because of the fly plate that's running through there. You can sort of feel that. There's not too much sort of softness and squishiness, but like I said, I actually prefer that, and it's got more of a neutral stance. And also the arch support as well, again, for being a high foam stack sneaker, it's always going to be very sort of neutral. And I do recommend going up a full size. These are, like I said, women's pairs, and with this one I went up a full size, and I'm glad I did, because my toe comes to about here with socks on, and I think that's perfect for me. But like I did have the other men's pair going half size down, and my toes like kind of in a similar place, so I feel like maybe the women's one's slightly shorter. But if you're in the US, the sizes work different, and I'd probably recommend going true to size, or at least just half size up if you have a wide foot. And no wearing time with these, are pretty good to get out of the box. I didn't feel any kind of issues, and they feel okay. I just kind of had a sort of jump around in them, and it seems to be okay so far. And the traction is very good on these. I think the diamond kind of patterns that they've used seem to be fine. It seems to be quite sort of grippy. The only thing, like I said, is just more the durability and the midsole being this split kind of design, and whether that's any issues, because I've seen a few people put pictures up online with the midsole sort of tearing between here. So with the look and style, I mean, it's got like a neutral colourway. I can't really say more than that really. It's quite sort of simple in what you expect from a running shoe. And like I said, it's one of those pairs that you can sort of wear all seasons. It's not like rain proof or anything like that, but it feels like it's got like a dual layer on the upper, so it's got to kind of keep you enough sort of enough kind of protection, but at the same time allowing sort of breathability. And it's just a casual wear sneaker. I think this will work quite fine as a casual sneaker. If you're like that kind of high foam stack sneaker feeling, this one, like I said, it's not as squishy as the other New Balance pairs, but I feel like if you're probably one that you could probably wear more all day versus some of the other ones. And it comes with like these dark navy sort of blue laces. You can put some white ones in there if you wanted to as well. So with the pros, I like the neutral colourway overall. I think it's just a fine, does the job, and I like the kind of zigzaggy lines on the top as well. And the comfort as well, like I said, I kind of like that neutral comfort. It's not going towards one or the other side, so I'm still kind of learning, how my foot sort of sits within sort of running trainers, because I normally don't tend to run too much, and so I started to pick it up now, and I feel like, I thought my foot was sort of would pronate more, but obviously from the Vomero 17s, it's been, supinating, so it's going outwards. So I don't know. So I'm going to try with these and see how I get on. And I do like the energy return on Fuelcell. I think it's one of the ones that is a really good tech as well, and quite sort of similar to all the others really. And because of the Fuelcell having that sort of propulsive feel and being sort of softer on foot as well with the midsole, it's really good for the joints really. So especially if you're running for a sort of long distance. With the cons, I think, like I said earlier, sizing issues, so they can feel a bit tight, and it just depends on whether you want that really sort of one-to-one fit. And just outsole, so I'm not sure in terms of the durability and sort of pics I've seen online with this sort of splitting down here, but for £60, I'll just give it the benefit of the doubt for now. So with the ratings, I'm going to give the look and style a 4. I think it's, a cool looking sneaker. It's not doing anything special or has that sort of wow factor, and we've seen this kind of vibe, from pretty much every other brand and New Balance themselves. And the comfort, I'm going to give it a 4. I don't think it's 5 out of 5 comfort. I just feel like, even though it's got neutral comfort, comparing it to other high foam stack sneakers, it's probably, kind of just slightly below the top tier ones. And the quality, I'm going to give that 4 as well. I think the overall quality of it is good, especially for the price that I paid, but obviously £120, and it's okay, I suppose. And the pricing for what I paid for it, £120 or £60 that I paid, is good value. And that's why overall I'll give the sneaker a 4. I think it's a cool looking pair, and definitely one for if you just want something for running and something simple and easy to rock. And if you can grab them on sale, then even better. Then you can sort of enjoy them without having to worry about just messing them up.